Ever felt that nagging energy dip? Maybe struggle with focus, or just a general lack of zest for things?
Yeah, that's
You're
it.
absolutely not alone there. And it's easy to just shrug it off, right? Like, oh, I'm just getting older.
Hmm.
But what if cutting-edge research, stuff from 2024, even looking into 2025, is completely reframing male vitality, going way beyond those old assumptions?
That's exactly what we're seeing.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into that science. We want to give you a kind of shortcut to understanding what really drives sustained energy.
Right. And the core insight, coming out of the latest peer-reviewed work, is actually pretty surprising for a lot of people. The real powerhouse for male vitality, it seems to be the cellular engines, the mitochondria.
Okay.
It goes much, much deeper than just testosterone, which, let's be honest, is often the first thing people jump to.
Absolutely.
So we're here to unpack actionable strategies, things backed by solid research, not marketing hype, to help you really get a grip on your energy.
Okay, let's unpack that then. When researchers, in these studies talk about vitality, what are they actually measuring? Is it just feeling tired or not tired? Or is there more?
It's definitely more holistic.
Yeah.
Clinically speaking, vitality isn't just the absence of fatigue. It's broader. It covers your physical energy levels, sure, but also mental clarity, your focus,
Right.
emotional resilience, how well you bounce back, your recovery capacity physically, and even that sort of life force, that enthusiasm for life. And there was a fascinating 2024 study, I think it was in the European Journal of Endocrinology, that found something really interesting. While testosterone therapy did give older men modest improvements in vitality and mood,
Okay.
the effects were actually smaller than many people expect, which really underscores this need to look beyond just hormones.
That's a really crucial point. Okay, so you mentioned our cellular engines and mitochondria. For anyone listening who isn't deep into cell biology, how do these tiny power plants actually work? What do they do for our energy?
Yeah. Right. Think of them like microscopic power plants.
Yeah.
Literally, inside almost every single cell in your body.
Yeah.
Their main job, to take the food you eat, the oxygen you breathe, and convert all that into ATP.
ATP, right, the energy currency.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the fuel your body uses for pretty much everything. Every thought, every muscle movement, every heartbeat, it all depends on these tiny structures working properly.
Wow.
And what's particularly relevant for men is that we typically have more mitochondria packed into our muscle cells. That often translates to greater physical power potential.
Okay.
But the flip side is, if they start to dysfunction, if they're not working well, it could potentially hit men quite hard, energetically speaking.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
And speaking of dysfunction, this energy decline we often just accept with aging, is that inevitable, or can we actually, do something about it based on this mitochondrial understanding?
Great question. And the answer, excitingly, is no. It's absolutely not inevitable. There was this groundbreaking 2025 discovery published in Cell Reports Medicine, I believe. They followed men across their adult lives and found something remarkable. Mitochondrial respiratory capacity, which is basically how efficiently these power plants can breathe and make energy. It doesn't have to significantly decline with age. If, and this is the key part, if certain lifestyle factors are kept up.
Okay, if. That's huge.
It is. It means that energy drop we often just blame on getting older. It's largely preventable. It's more within our control than we thought.
That is genuinely incredible news. So, okay, how do we harness that? What kind of exercise actually optimizes these mitochondria? Do you need to become like an ultra marathoner or live in the gym?
No, thankfully not. The research is pretty clear that different types of exercise offer different benefits for your cellular power plants. So high intensity interval training, HIT.
Right, HIA. Hear a lot about that.
Yeah, it seems to be one of the most potent ways to trigger mitochondrial biogenesis. That's just the fancy term for creating new, more efficient mitochondria.
Gotcha. New power plants.
Exactly. Then you have your steady-state cardio. It's like a brisk walk, a jog, cycling at a moderate pace. That tends to improve mitochondrial density, like packing more power plants in, and boosts their endurance capacity.
Okay.
And crucially, don't forget resistance training, weightlifting, body weight exercises. A 2024 study really highlighted its importance for improving something called mitochondrial calcium handling.
Calcium handling. What's that about?
It's basically about how well your cells manage calcium internally. It's critical for fine-tuning energy production on demand and protecting the mitochondria themselves from stress. Super important for sustained energy.
Interesting.
And the good news really is you don't need huge amounts. The guidelines, around 150 minutes of moderate or 75 minutes of vigorous activity per week, that seems to be enough for significant mitochondrial benefits.
Okay, that's manageable for most people.
Definitely. But here's a crucial detail. Consistency is vital. One study found that even just 2 weeks of missed exercise significantly impacts mitochondrial function.
Ouch. So no long breaks then?
Well, it's like forgetting to water a plant, right?
Yeah.
You might not see it wilt immediately, but down at the roots, things are struggling.
Good analogy. Okay, so movement is key, consistency is key. Let's switch gears to rest. Sleep. Often gets overlooked, but sounds like it's critical here too.
Oh, sleep might just be the ultimate energy optimizer, seriously.
Yeah.
It's literally when your mitochondria do their repair and regeneration work.
Right.
So, poor sleep. It directly messes with their function, reducing your ability to produce energy efficiently at the cellular level.
Makes sense.
And specifically for men, sleep is also when the body produces the majority of its testosterone and growth hormone, both absolutely crucial for recovery, muscle repair, and overall vitality.
Okay.
Here's a startling fact from the research. Even one single night of poor sleep can reduce mitochondrial respiratory capacity by up to 20%.
Wow, 20% from one bad night.
Yeah, that's significant. So the science is really clear on this. 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, meaning you're getting enough deep sleep, and REM sleep is just non-negotiable for optimal energy.
Non-negotiable.
Got it. And a really practical tip here. Consistent bed and wake times, even on weekends, as much as possible. That really helps optimize your circadian rhythms, your body's internal clock, which directly influences mitochondrial function. It's like setting the master clock for all your cells.
Right, consistency again. Okay, movement, rest, crucial. But what about the actual fuel? We've got these power plants. What do we feed them? Let's talk nutrition.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just about calories in, calories out. It's about specific nutrients that these mitochondria need to function optimally.
Like what?
Key players include coenzyme Q10, or CoQ10. It's essential for the electron transport chain within the mitochondria. Think of it as a vital part of the assembly line that converts fuel into usable energy, ATP.
Okay, CoQ10.
Then the B vitamins, especially B1, B2, B3, B5, they act as cofactors, sort of like helpers, in all these energy metabolism pathways. Magnesium is another big one, involved in hundreds of reactions, including the actual creation of ATP.
Magnesium, right. Often hear about that from muscles, too.
Exactly, it's crucial. And iron. This is particularly important for men who exercise regularly. Even mild iron deficiency can tank your energy levels and exercise performance because iron is needed for oxygen transport and mitochondrial function.
Good to know.
But here's a real aha moment from some recent studies. Intermittent fasting, or more specifically, time-restricted eating.
Okay, yeah, restricting your eating window.
Right, like consuming all your meals within, say, a 10 or 12-hour window each day. This seems to trigger a process called mitophagy.
Mitophagy.
Yeah, it's essentially cellular housekeeping.
Yeah.
Your body cleans out old, damaged mitochondria and encourages the production of new, healthy ones. It's like hitting the reset button, performing regular maintenance on your cellular power grid.
Wow. Okay, so restricting when you eat can actually help regenerate these power plants.
Seems that way, yes. It's a fascinating area of research.
Definitely. All right, let's tackle the elephant in the room for many guys thinking about energy. Testosterone. Where does T fit into this whole picture, especially with this focus on mitochondria?
Right, it's the question everyone asks. And testosterone is undoubtedly important. It plays a role in energy levels, mood, muscle mass, cognitive function. No question. But the latest research, including that 2024 European Journal of Endocrinology study we mentioned, really positions it as just one piece, an important piece, but still just one piece of a much larger puzzle.
Okay.
Remember, that study showed only modest improvements from testosterone therapy alone in many cases. It wasn't the magic bullet some might expect.
Right, not the whole story.
Exactly. And what's crucial to understand is that testosterone levels themselves aren't static. They fluctuate. And they're heavily influenced by all those lifestyle factors we've just been talking about.
Ah, so it's interconnected.
Deeply. Sleep quality, exercise type and amount, stress levels, your body composition, the nutrients you eat, they all significantly impact your body's natural testosterone production.
So the recommendation is?
Optimize those lifestyle factors first.
Yeah.
Before even considering testosterone replacement therapy. Unless there's a clear clinical deficiency diagnosed by a doctor, of course. Many men find their energy, vitality, and even their T levels improve significantly just by dialing in their sleep, movement, nutrition, and stress management.
Makes sense. Focus on the foundations.
Absolutely. And for natural support, things like resistance training, getting enough protein and healthy fats, ensuring sufficient vitamin D and zinc, and finding effective ways to manage stress. These are key.
And those tea boosters you see everywhere.
Yeah, quick myth bust there.
Mm.
Most of them lack solid scientific evidence. There are a few compounds with some research suggesting potential benefits, like ashwagandha for stress adaptation, maybe kankharali and ensuring adequate vitamin D, but they're not magic either. Lifestyle is king.
Lifestyle first. Got it loud and clear. Okay, speaking of lifestyle factors, you mentioned stress. Chronic stress has got to be a major energy vampire for so many people today. How does that directly impact our cellular energy systems?
Oh, it's a huge drain. Yeah. Think of chronic stress as directly damaging your mitochondria. It does this through increased oxidative stress and inflammation, basically. It creates a harsh internal environment that impairs their function.
So literally damaging the power plants.
Exactly. When you're constantly in that low-grade fight-or-flight mode, your cellular power plants are struggling, they're getting damaged. Plus, chronic stress messes up your sleep.
Right.
It can lower testosterone, and it impairs your body's ability to recover from, well, everything.
Vicious cycle.
Totally. But the good news is, we know it helps. Stress management isn't just fluff. Practices like meditation, deep breathing exercises, regular physical activity, which itself can be a stress reducer when managed properly. Strong social connections. These things help optimize our stress response systems and actively protect our mitochondria.
Interesting contrast there. Exercise is a stressor, but a good one.
Precisely. It's about controlled stress versus chronic uncontrolled stress. Short bursts of manageable stress, like exercise, or even things like cold exposure for some people, can actually strengthen your energy systems over time. It's called hormesis. Yeah. But that constant gnawing, uncontrolled stress, that just depletes you.
Okay, that distinction is really important. So pulling all this amazing research together, 2024, 2025 findings, mitochondria, lifestyle, what does an evidence-based vitality protocol look like? What can you, listening right now, actually start implementing today?
Okay, let's break it down into maybe 5 key areas. A practical, evidence-based approach. First, sleep optimization, non-negotiable. And for 7 to 9 hours nightly. Consistency is key, same bed, same wake time as much as possible. Make your bedroom cool, dark, quiet. And ditch the screens for at least an hour before bed.
Number 1, sleep. Got it.
Second, movement. You need a mix. Include resistance training 2 to 3 times per week, weights, body weight, bands, whatever works for you. Plus, get regular cardiovascular exercise. And try to incorporate some high-intensity intervals periodically for those specific mitochondrial benefits we talked about.
Mix it up. Strength and cardio, maybe some sprints.
Exactly. Third, nutrition. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods most of the time. Get adequate protein, plenty of healthy fats. And maybe consider trying time-restricted eating. Start with a 12-hour eating window. See how you feel. Make sure you're getting those key nutrients, B vitamins, magnesium, iron, maybe CoQ10, either through food or targeted supplementation if needed.
Whole foods, key nutrients, maybe time restriction.
Okay, fourth, stress management. This needs to be an active practice. Find something that works for you and do it regularly. Meditation, deep breathing, spending time in nature, journaling, yoga, whatever helps you decompress. Make it a habit.
Find your chill technique.
Right.
Yeah.
And fifth, regular health monitoring. Don't guess. Test. Get annual comprehensive blood work done. Check your testosterone, sure, but also vitamin D, B12, iron levels, inflammatory markers like HS-CRP. Get a baseline. Track changes. Knowledge is power.
Sleep, movement, nutrition, stress management monitoring. That's a solid framework.
Covers the core pillars identified by the research.
But as people start on this journey, what are the biggest mistakes or pitfalls you see them run into? Where do people tend to go wrong trying to boost their vitality?
Good question. Probably the biggest mistake is looking for that quick fix, that magic pill or supplement, without addressing the foundations.
Yeah, the supplement first approach.
Exactly. You can't supplement your way out of poor sleep or a sedentary lifestyle. It's like trying to fill a leaky bucket. Another common one is overtraining. Especially with HIT, people think more is always better. But recovery is where the magic happens. You need adequate rest for adaptation.
Right. Recovery is crucial.
And maybe the third big one is the all-or-nothing mentality. People try to change everything overnight, feel overwhelmed, and then give up. Small, consistent changes, adding one walk, fixing your bedtime, they really compound over time. Consistency beats intensity often.
Good point. Small steps. And what about myths? Are there common beliefs about male energy that this new science just busts wide open?
Oh, definitely. Myth number 1. Low energy is just a normal part of getting older.
We hear that all the time.
All the time. But this research on maintaining mitochondrial function clearly shows it's largely preventable. You can maintain high energy levels. Myth 2. You need expensive supplements or fancy treatments to have good energy.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. The most powerful interventions we've discussed: sleep, exercise, stress management, mostly free. Nutrition requires effort, but doesn't have to be expensive.
Right. Foundations first.
Yeah, myth 3. Testosterone therapy is the magic bullet for male vitality. Again, it has its place for men with diagnosed low T, but for many, optimizing lifestyle factors provides greater, more sustainable, and frankly, safer benefits. It's not the first-line solution for general fatigue in most cases.
Debunked. Okay, this is really shifting the focus. We've talked a lot about the physical cells, hormones, exercise, but vitality feels like more than just physical mechanics, right? How does our mind, our mental state connect to this whole energy equation?
That's such an important layer. The mind-body connection here is absolutely profound. We now understand that conditions like depression and anxiety don't just affect your mood. They literally impact mitochondrial function.
Wow, really?
Yes, your mental state can directly influence your cellular energy production via stress pathways, inflammation, and neurotransmitter balance. But it works the other way too, and this is the empowering part. When you optimize your physical energy systems, better sleep, movement, nutrition, it has a massive positive impact on mental clarity, focus, mood, motivation.
So improving physical energy can boost mental energy.
Absolutely. There's even a growing field called metabolic psychiatry, exploring these links, how metabolic health and mitochondrial function underpin many mental health challenges. It really drives home why a holistic approach, considering mind and body, is crucial for true vitality.
Fascinating. Metabolic psychiatry. Okay. And does how we approach this need to change as we age? Are there specific things men should focus on in their 30s versus their 50s or 70s?
Yeah, that's good nuance. While the fundamental principles sleep, move, eat well, manage stress remain the same throughout life, the application or focus might shift.
Awesome.
Well, younger men, say in their 20s and 30s, might be focused more on building those foundational habits, optimizing performance, maybe pushing the intensity a bit more. As men move into their 40s and 50s, recovery becomes even more critical. Managing cumulative stress, really dialing in sleep, maybe being a bit smarter about training intensity becomes key.
Right. Recovery takes longer.
It often does.
Mm-hmm.
And for older men, say 60s and beyond, maintaining muscle mass through resistance training and preserving mitochondrial function becomes absolutely paramount for maintaining independence, functional capacity, and overall quality of life.
But the amazing thing is, the research shows it's never too late to start implementing these strategies and see significant benefits.
Never too late. That's encouraging.
Definitely.
So we've covered the internal mind, body, cells. What about the external? Our social world, our environment. Those play a role in our energy levels too. They absolutely do. It's all interconnected. Studies consistently show that strong social connections, feeling part of a community, having a sense of purpose, these things are linked to higher energy levels, better health outcomes, and even longevity.
So isolation is an energy drain.
A significant one, yes. On the flip side, positive social interaction can be energizing. And then there are environmental factors. Getting adequate natural light exposure, especially in the morning, helps regulate your circadian rhythms, which we know impacts mitochondria and boosts vitamin D. Air quality matters, too. Poor air quality increases oxidative stress. And there's emerging, though still developing, research looking at things like electromagnetic field, EMF exposure, and potential impacts on mitochondrial function. Simple stuff like keeping your phone away from your bed at night might be beneficial. It's all part of the bigger picture.
Wow, it really is holistic. Okay, this is a ton of incredible information, but it could feel overwhelming. How can you listening personalize these strategies? Because what works for one person might not be perfect for another, right?
It's exactly right. Personalization is key because we're all individuals with unique genetics, lifestyles, stressors, and responses. So beyond getting those basic blood tests we mentioned,
Right, the monitoring piece.
you might consider using some biomarker tracking tools if you're interested. Things like heart rate variability, HRV tracking, can give you insights into your nervous system balance, stress levels, and recovery status. Sleep trackers can help you understand your sleep stages and quality.
Wearables and apps.
Yeah, they can be useful tools. But honestly, don't underestimate simple subjective measures. Keep a journal for a few weeks. Rate your energy levels on a scale of 1 to 10 each day. Note your mood, your workout performance, how well you slept. Look for patterns.
So self-awareness is key.
Crucial. The main thing is to establish your baseline. Where are you now? Then test interventions systematically. Don't change everything at once. Pick one thing in a year. Maybe it's improving your bedtime consistency, or adding resistance training, or trying that 12-hour eating window.
One thing at a time.
Stick with it for, say, 2 to 4 weeks, and track those objective and subjective measures. Did your energy improve? Did your sleep get better? Did your HRV trend upwards? Then decide whether to keep it, tweak it, or try something else. It's about becoming your own health detective.
N1 experimentation.
Pretty much. And looking ahead, the future is exciting. Personalized medicine using genetics, microbiome analysis that will allow for even more tailored recommendations.
Yeah.
We're seeing developments in mitochondrial targeted therapies too, but the fundamentals we've talked about today, sleep, movement, nutrition, stress, they will always be the foundation. Technology and new therapies will likely build upon that foundation, not replace it.
Foundation first. Always. Okay, this has been incredibly insightful, seriously packed with actionable stuff. For someone listening who's feeling motivated right now, let's give them some concrete, week-by-week action steps, like a mini challenge to kickstart their vitality journey.
Love that idea. Okay, how about a 4-week Vitality Kickstart Challenge?
Perfect. Lay it out for us.
All right, week 1, focus entirely on sleep. Your mission is to set a consistent bedtime and wake time, yes, even on the weekend. Create that ideal sleep environment. Cool, dark, quiet. No screens an hour before bed. Track your sleep duration and how you feel upon waking. That's it for week 1.
Week 1, master sleep hygiene.
Got it. Week 2, add movement. Build on the sleep foundation. If you're currently inactive, your goal is just 10-15 minutes of brisk walking daily. If you already exercise, add 1 session of high-intensity intervals this week. Could be sprints, could be on a bike, whatever works. Just 1 focused session. Continue tracking sleep and energy.
Week 2, integrate movement.
Okay. Week 3, optimize nutrition. Keep the sleep and movement going. This week, focus on adding more whole, unprocessed foods. Ensure you're getting adequate protein at each meal. And try implementing a 12-hour eating window. Finish dinner by 7 p.m. Don't eat again until 7 a.m., for example. Also, consciously eliminate one obvious energy zapper. Maybe it's sugary drinks. Maybe it's late-night junk food.
Week 3, fuel wisely. Makes sense.
Week 4, implement stress management. You've got sleep, movement, and nutrition starting to dial in. This week, choose 1 stress management technique, 5 minutes of meditation using an app, 5 minutes of deep belly breathing, 5 minutes of journaling about your day. Pick one and commit to doing it daily. Continue tracking everything: sleep, energy, mood, workouts.
Week 4, practice de-stressing. Simple, focused steps each week.
Exactly. The goal isn't perfection. It's building momentum and awareness. By the end of the 4 weeks, you'll likely have noticed some real shifts and gained valuable insights into what impacts your energy the most.
That sounds like an incredibly empowering challenge. Fantastic. Any final words of encouragement for our listeners ready to take control and optimize their vitality?
Just remember that this is a journey, not a destination. Vitality is really about consistency and progress over time, definitely not about perfection. Small, smart improvements done consistently, they really do compound to create dramatic, long-lasting results. Be patient with yourself. Optimizing cellular energy, rebuilding mitochondrial health, it takes time. But the benefits, feeling truly energized, focused, resilient, they are so worth the effort.
So worth it. And a final provocative thought to leave everyone with.
How about this? You genuinely have far more control over your daily energy and long-term vitality than you probably think. The science is becoming incredibly clear. With the right, consistent approach focused on these foundational pillars, you absolutely can feel energized, mentally sharp, and full of life for years, potentially decades to come. Think of every healthy choice you make today as a direct investment in your future self. How energized do you want that future self to be?
That is a powerful question to ponder. A fantastic way to wrap up this deep dive. If you found this conversation valuable, definitely share it with other friends, family who could benefit from understanding this cutting-edge science. Thanks so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
And thanks to you for listening to The Deep Dive. Until next time, keep optimizing.